Hey everyone, welcome back to another Merly on Time. And right off the start, I want to say thank you to those who have subscribed to the channel. I'm really overwhelmed by the support. As of the filming of this video, I'm up to 213 subscribers. Just 2 weeks ago, I passed the 150 mark. And so thank you so much for supporting the channel. Today, I have an awesome watch to show you from Steeldive. This is their homage to a 1970 Captain Willard from Seiko. It is an absolutely beautiful watch, but before we get the camera turned around and have a look at this watch, I'm going to do something starting today in this video and in my future review videos, and I want to highlight another channel that I think that you should go and subscribe to. And so today I want to be talking about my friend Steve at the Watch Corner. Steve is an awesome guy. You can see on his Instagram there, it's the_watch_corner 700. Go on Instagram and follow him there. But I really want you to go to his channel and subscribe to his channel. He has some great watch content on his channel. Here's what the channel looks like on YouTube, and that recent video that he unboxed, just that few minute unboxing video. Beautiful watch that he's going to be highlighting on his next review video. And so please go over and support my friend Steve at the Watch Corner. I will leave a link in the description. I'll pin his channel in the comments. And those of you that have supported me, I want you to return the favor and you go check out the Watch Corner. He just does awesome videos. A real genuine, authentic lover of watches. Can't recommend him more. You're gonna love him. So today we're looking at this Steeldive. Again, this is an amazing watch. Great value for dollars spent. And I think you're really going to enjoy this one. So with that, let's turn the camera around and take a look a little closely at this Steeldive watch. So I thought I'd begin today with the wrist check. Here it is on my wrist. This is the Steeldive SD1970. That's the model number, SD1970. Absolutely beautiful watch. What I'm going to do is just go over the specifications very quickly. And as a reminder, please go check out my friend's channel, The Watch Corner. Go check it out. Okay, so now I don't have a caliper tool as of yet. I am going to be ordering one for the channel to do this. So the specifications for this watch are going to be the ones listed on the website. Let's just talk about the price first, because you can get this watch for a really good deal right now on the AliExpress website. Variety of different colors. The green and the blue are also nice. Different strap options. And as you can see, the price right now is $88.06 to $91.76, and that's in US prices. When I picked this one up, I picked it up for just over $90 Canadian, so I got a really amazing deal on it. So the specifications are from the website, so you'll just have to trust that they're accurate. The case size is 43.8. So basically a 44 millimeter case size. I'm not sure of the thickness, it doesn't mention that. The lug to lug length, they have it listed at 46.8 millimeters. And the bracelet that it is supplied on is a 20 millimeter bracelet. It's all 316L stainless steel. It does have a ceramic bezel insert. This bezel is really nice. We'll be talking about that in a moment. It's got a sapphire crystal covering the dial, and on the back it has a screw down case back with the logo for Steeldive beautifully etched onto there. And so this is just a really, really nice watch I'm going to be giving you. I've been wearing it for a few days and just giving you some of the things that I noticed, some of my impressions on it. But first, let's get up close and personal with it. So there you go, there was the montage. I want to thank my buddy Adrian at Somewhere in Time for the music for that. So what I want to do is just go over, in no particular order, just some of the notes that I made in regards to this watch. I want to talk first of all about the depth of the dial. With the minute track being printed on the bezel and then on the inside of the dial and these raised indices, and just the way that this sapphire glass comes on top of the bezel, everything just draws your eyes in. And there was more than one occasion when I was trying to determine whether or not that the indices just underneath the printed markers, whether that was a ring or a part of the dial on the watch that was actually raised up a little bit higher, but I don't think it is, but I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it looks like there's more depth to the dial than there actually is, and I really like it. Everything just draws you in. All those indices are, of course, applied, and then the minute markers around the indices are printed on, Steeldive logo printed on, as well as automatic water 200 meters resistance. So, but I really liked the look of this dial, and just the depth that the design is giving. The bracelet is on the cheaper side, and so it's all brushed. I like the fact that it's all brushed. Most of the finishing on the watch is all brushed except for the sides. There's some nice polishing on the sides on each side of the watch, but this bracelet is all brushed. But there are some issues with the bracelet. First of which is it has hollow end links, and I'm going to try and see if I can point this out on camera here, but right at the very end of these end links, this is quite sharp where the end links are, and if you wear your watch a little bit loose on the arm, even though I don't, these do grab your hair. They're hair nippers. They'll pull on your hair, so when I take this watch off, sometimes those grab the hair. And so that's kind of a bit of a bummer. And as well, the pins in this bracelet that are holding the bracelet on are, I just don't have very much confidence in the pins in that bracelet. And the other issue that I found in regards to hair nipping is where the bracelet closes on the wrist. And this is probably predominantly if you like to wear your watch a little bit loose. I like to wear mine snug, but there is a little bit of wiggle room, and that will actually, this part here will actually grab your hairs a little bit as well. So if you like to wear your watch a little bit loose, then you might want to change out the bracelet or get the version that has a rubber strap. The date window on this, I noticed it begins to change quite early. And so I'll just unthread this crown and show you that. Right now it's 1 in the afternoon or just after 1. So as I fast forward this, I want you to see right there, the date is already starting to change, and we're not even at the 11 o'clock yet. And so to me, that's just a bit of a bummer. So, about 10:45 all the way to midnight, you don't really have a date. And then that date will turn over right there about 10 minutes before midnight. So I did notice that. I thought that was kind of a bummer as well. The symmetry of the watch, design-wise, I'll just talk about that. It is a little bit off. The bezel, the markers printed on the bezel are a slightly different color than the minute track on the dial, which again is a slightly different color than the indices, which are printed on the dial. I don't really find it to be too much of a big deal, but there's a lot of different things going on the dial. The lume, which I will show you in just a moment, is absolutely amazing on this watch. Really one of the great features of this watch. They did cheap out a little bit on the bracelet. but they certainly didn't on the lume. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the comments, but this particular Steeldive watch actually won one of Jody's at Just One More Watches Lume Wars videos. So very bright, very amazing lume on this. I'll show you that in just a bit. The bezel action on this watch, it's one of the best bezels that I have in my collection. It is 120 clicks, very satisfying, very easy to turn, and absolutely zero backplay. Like, it is absolutely fantastic, this bezel. And the bezel lines up perfectly as well. So they did a really good job with the bezel on this one. Let's talk about the crown guards now. I'm just looking at my notes as I'm going down. The crown guards, I just wrote, they're actually crown guards, and they do protect this crown quite well. Someone in the unboxing video that I did had asked me about this crown. And this crown actually unthreads very nicely, very easily, threads back in very nicely, no grittiness in the crown. And if you look at the underside, you can see that the crown guards, there's a bit of an indentation there at the bottom of the crown guard, which makes it quite easy for gripping and tightening the crown, loosening the crown. This is, of course, featuring the NH35 movement, and so with one click, and there's two distinct clicks of this crown. So the first click, oh, well, maybe you didn't hear that, I'll be quiet. So the first click will enable you to adjust the date, and when you pull the crown all the way out, of course it will hack the seconds hand so that you can sync this to another watch, your phone, or whatever. And to get this crown in, very smooth, very nice, no grittiness at all. Excellent job, thumbs up on the crown of this watch. Again, I mentioned the finishing. I like the finishing. The case does have some polish on the side, but it's mostly brushed. There's some circular brushing on the top of the case, and I just think it fits with this style of watch. It's a dive watch, a watch that you're going to be wearing at the beach, a watch that you can be a little more rugged with, not worry about getting marked up or a little bit scratched. It's not a dress watch per se, so I like the finishing, and there's some really nice branding all over this watch. So let's look at this. Just a press clasp for the bracelet. Again, they cheaped out a little bit on the bracelet, but as we close the clasp, it has double security pushers, fold over lock, and it's really nicely branded with Steeldive printed on the fold over lock, and the Steeldive logo that you see on the clasp there. That logo is also featured at the 12 o'clock of the watch, and it is also featured on the case back. So really, I just think an excellent job of branding the watch. I would have preferred, one of the things I would have preferred is a display case back because it is an automatic movement, but nonetheless, the finishing on that case back is really, really nice. The movement itself, excuse me, NH35, it is running really, really well. I've worn it for several days, and the NH35, I believe, standard is anywhere from -20 to +20 seconds per day that you will lose or gain on the watch, 20 seconds slow or 20 seconds fast. This one is actually running about 2 to 3 seconds at the most per day slow. So the movement is running very, very well. And again, because it's automatic, I would have preferred to see it have a display case back, but I like this display case back nonetheless. And so overall, guys, for what I spent, $90, this is just a fantastic watch. It's definitely not going to be the last Steeldive watch that I buy. I, of course, will leave a link in the pinned comment that I leave for the video, as well as in the description of the video for where you guys can pick this one up. The star of the show really is the lume. I hope that you can really see how awesome it is in my office lighting here. Let me show that to you right now. So it is a little bit darker in my office today, which is good because truly the star of the show on this watch is the lume. Overall, this is a fantastic watch, but the lume is by far the most impressive. So I'll charge this up. I would compare the lume on this one to the Islander watch that I have, the ISL 19. This thing is just awesome. So have a look at that. My lighting just doesn't do it justice, but you can see the bezel, all the markers along the bezel are lumed. The very bright lume on the indices on the watch, the hour and the minute hand very brightly lumed. A bit of a tip on the seconds hand is lumed as well. This thing lasts forever. In natural light, moving from natural light to dark, it is absolutely amazing. And so while they probably cheaped out a little bit on the bracelet, they added the investment, which I think is definitely the way to go, into the lume. It's just absolutely amazing. So there it is, friends, the Steeldive SD1970. Absolutely amazing watch. Value for dollar spent is just hard to beat at the price that I got this watch for. As you saw, you can get this watch for under $90 right now on AliExpress if you catch the right sale. And what you are getting is absolutely amazing. You're getting 200 meters water resistance, screw down crown, you're getting a signed crown, you're getting a signed clasp and fold over lock, you're getting a signed case back, you are getting a sapphire crystal, an automatic movement. I mean, just value for dollar spent. This is absolutely incredible. Later on this week, or perhaps next, I'm going to talk about why I think you should buy Homage watches in a segment that I'm going to call What Ya Need to Know. Get it? What ya need to know. Okay? So stay tuned for some of those videos. But I'm going to be talking about why I like to buy Homage watches like this, because you can just get some incredible watches for incredible value. And please don't forget, go and check my buddy out at the Watch Corner and subscribe to his channel. Both he and I would really appreciate that. So remember, my friends, whenever you leave your house, make sure that you have a great looking piece to wear on your wrist, like this one, the Steeldive SD1970, and make sure that wherever you are going, you get there on time. God bless you. Miigwech.